Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 6:30 on WKYT, you'll hear from the mother of a young man who was shot by Lexington police, why she thinks they could have handled the situation differently.
Months after a man was murdered in Lexington, his accused killer's in jail after being arrested hundreds of miles away.
And violent protests erupt in Missouri overnight after a grand jury decides not to indict an officer who shot and killed an unarmed black teenager. Those stories and more, and breaking news as it happens, coming up on WKYT This Morning. Hello there, good morning. Welcome in to WKYT. So good to have you with us on this Tuesday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. We've been following all morning long the developments happening out of Ferguson, Missouri, with rioters taking to the streets, burning buildings.
Yeah, we'll get you right up to the minute on the situation there and some other protests throughout the country in just a bit. But let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris, who's tracking weather as we head off toward Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're getting close to it. That is for sure. This is the last morning those kiddos have to go back to class, and well, until Thanksgiving break is over. But it's going to be a chilly one there for them. So if you're planning on getting out onto the bus stop, well, just plan on throwing a coat on them. Right there, around 31 degrees there in Frankfort, 37 in Frankfort, Lexington coming out in the low to mid 30s. In the next 24 hours, doesn't look that bad. It's 43 by the afternoon. That's below average. And it is on the cool side. Nonetheless, we're getting plenty of sunshine. Now, throughout the next few days, there won't be much sunshine. Maybe even some snow, and I'll show you how that's going to impact your travel going toward Grandma's house coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a bit, and let's get right to the news.
At least a dozen businesses were badly damaged or destroyed after a night of violent protests in Ferguson, Missouri.
The police chief in St. Louis County says the overnight protests are much worse than those that occurred right after the situation that happened back in August. That was the shooting that killed 18-year-old Michael Brown. Last night, a grand jury announced that Officer Darren Wilson will not be indicted for the deadly shooting. Police say hundreds of gunshots have been fired. Dozens of people have been arrested. There are no reports, though, of any serious injuries. The grand jury deciding the Ferguson, Missouri police shooting case considered testimony released in more than 1,000 pages of documents. Officer Wilson testified that before he drew his gun on the unarmed teen, Brown hit him in the face and tried to grab his gun. Wilson testified that he encountered Brown and a friend walking in the street. He noticed that Brown fit the description of a suspect who had just robbed a convenience store nearby.
Groups in Lexington are voicing their concern over the decision. A peaceful protest is planned for today. WKYT's Victor Puente is live to explain exactly what the local group is looking for in this.
This march will travel a couple of blocks, starting at 3rd Street stuff behind me and ending at the courthouse square. It's in response to the decision by that grand jury not to indict the officer who killed Michael Brown. The Stop Mass Incarceration Network of Kentucky and the Central Kentucky Council for Peace and Justice are sponsoring the event. Now, the organizers say the events in Ferguson are a reminder of the death of Tony Sullivan, who was shot by a Lexington police sergeant 20 years ago. His death led to rioting in Lexington after that sergeant was not indicted. Now, the march will go along Limestone from 3rd Street to Main. Once at the courthouse square, they plan on having an assembly speaking out against what they say is an injustice. That march begins at 6 p.m. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Victor. New this morning, crews are working to clean up a huge mess in a Lexington neighborhood after a fire hydrant was damaged. Water started gushing out of the hydrant on Rockbridge Road off Tate's Creek at about 1:30 this morning. It flowed for about 2 hours before crews could get it shut off. Police say they are now not sure how the hydrant was damaged. Kentucky American Water still on scene making repairs. We're told everyone in the area has water this morning. Also new this morning, part of Interstate 75 is back open after an unusual crash. Lexington police say a truck slammed into a semi hauling cars near the Winchester Road exit. Amazingly, the driver was able to walk away from the crash. At least one car on the semi badly damaged. 2 lanes on I-75 were closed until about 2 o'clock this morning. Another man is also lucky this morning after crashing into a tree. Happened about 1:30 on Russell Cave Road near Ironworks Pike. That's in the early morning hours. Police say the driver was wearing a seatbelt and that likely saved his life.
Happening today, a man charged in a deadly Lexington shooting will make his first court appearance. Jeffrey Morris is accused of killing Anthony Carter over the summer at East 4th and Chestnut Streets. Police say he was arrested hundreds of miles away. WKYT Sean Moody is tracking today's developments, and he's joining us live from downtown Lexington with that. Sean, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Jeffrey Morris is charged with murder and tampering with physical evidence. He'll be arraigned here at Fayette District Court later this afternoon. Lexington police say Morris shot and killed Anthony Carter on Chestnut Street back in June. According to an arrest warrant, a Lexington police detective says a witness told him they saw Morris arguing with Carter. Then they say they saw Morris shoot Carter once and get away on a bicycle. The detective says other witnesses reported seeing Morris on a bike around that time, and he says they told him he had confessed to them that he killed Carter. This arrest warrant was issued back in July, but it took nearly 4 more months before Morris was arrested. U.S. Marshals say they found him in the Phoenix, Arizona area earlier this month. He was booked into the Fayette County Detention Center last night. His arraignment will be early this afternoon in Fayette District Court. Now, I spoke with Carter's brother the day he was killed. He told me Carter had moved here to Lexington not long before he was killed. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you very much. It's 6:36 on WKYT, and also new this morning, police are searching for a man wanted for a string of home invasions and robberies in eastern Kentucky. State police are looking for Jonathan Weddington. A grand jury indicted him and Tanner Spears for kidnapping, robbery, and theft. Police say both men are suspects in robberies and home invasions in Floyd County. Weddington is also a person of interest in some robberies in Pike County. Spears has been arrested. Well, traffic is moving along just fine this morning on Versailles Road after strong winds knocked down power lines, forcing police to close the road for hours.
It really caused some major traffic backups last night. Versailles Road between New Circle and Man O' War Boulevard was closed for nearly 6 hours yesterday. Power was restored to most of the Versailles Road area about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. More than 10,000 customers from downtown Lexington out to Versailles were without power at one point. A woman tells us she's lucky to be alive after a tree crushed her car with her inside. Janice Bates was driving on Henrico Drive in Harrodsburg yesterday morning when strong winds knocked down a tree. That tree fell right onto her car. A nurse saw what happened and rushed in to help. Bates says that nurse held her hand and called 911. Bates was taken to the hospital to be treated for some cuts and bruises, but otherwise she's all right.
The mother of a man who was shot by Lexington police says that she does not think that her son would want to hurt anyone. Police say that on Sunday morning, Joseph Kilburn was involved in a drug deal outside Berea Christian Church. 2 Lexington police officers, Wesley Farley and Christopher Mason, were on patrol when they saw it. Police say Kilburn then tried to run down the officers with his truck, so they shot him. But Kilburn's mother says her son's friends said something else.
If my child did this, he's going to have to pay for what he did if he did do this, if he did what they're accusing him of. But still, the end don't justify the means.
Coote says her son is stable at UK Hospital after being shot in the head. The 2 officers are now on administrative assignment during the investigation. A bus company is speaking out about the arrest of one of its employees who is accused of driving under the influence with kids on board. Miller Transportation sent a statement to WKYT News saying that they think 46-year-old Holly Brown had a medical emergency. Police arrested Brown on Sunday, charging her with driving under the influence, wanton endangerment, and not having medicine in the proper container. She was driving a charter bus that was full of Elliott County high school students and chaperones at the time. Kentucky State Police say that her charges might be lowered depending on the results of her toxicology tests. Well, thousands of families in Lexington will have a meal for Thanksgiving thanks to some generous people.
God's Pantry Food Bank began handing out Thanksgiving food baskets. Each one includes a turkey, vegetables, and other traditional Thanksgiving food items. If you signed up for a basket but haven't picked it up yet, you can do so today at St. Luke United Methodist Church on Alumni Drive. You can also go to Broadway Christian on North Broadway. Each church will hand out baskets from noon until 2 and from 5 until 7. It's almost that time.
It is.
And dressing or stuffing, whatever you call it.
A couple of days away. 6:39 on WKYT this morning.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads.
And let's go to Officer Don with a check on live drive traffic. Hey, Don, good morning.
Hey, good morning. First, we'll get a live look at Nicholasville Road and show you what to expect as traffic starting to pick up prior to rush hour. No major delays there. We're watching the traffic signals on Nicholasville Road because of the power outage yesterday to see if that's going to impact us today with timing and all that. But for now, we're okay. And then we got an issue downtown. It's on Main near Hanover. That's where we have a truck fire that police have been working, a sanitation vehicle there. They still have it open, but you can see it looks like a couple of lanes blocked on Main near Hanover. I'll have to get a wrecker in, I guess, get that straightened out here before too long. As far as the interstate goes, we're okay right now on 75. The exit ramps check out fine. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you. And Officer Don in Deanna on 98.1 The Bull with some good music this morning when you get in your car. It's good to have you with us on WKYT this morning, and much more news is on the way.
All right, we've got this story. If you have a baller in your family, a company just released the perfect Christmas gift. We'll show you the basketball that's being called the perfect personal coach.
Have to get that for you, Billy boy. I got you, buddy. 31 degrees in Frankfort, 31 in Georgetown, too. We're just above freezing there in Lexington and Richmond, but it's still chilly outside. It'll be a cool day. It gets even colder for Thanksgiving, maybe even a little snow. What about your travel issues? Go over that in full detail coming up next.